Welcome to another edition of MIW. Got the D-Man here, and as always, I'm glad you could join me today. Today we're going to talk about the basics to male high-value traits. And the reason I decided to talk about that today is because I hear a lot of people talking about high-value man, high-status man, and how to become a high-status man. But they talk about the things that you have to present, like nice watches, money, clothes, and indeed, all these things do signal that this could be a high status man. But they're really not, they're nothing but, how do I say, representations of what a person might be. Because as you know, anybody can go somewhere and take their picture by a Lamborghini or go try on a suit that is a brand name, high end, let's say a $10,000 suit, or you can try on a pair of Louis Vuitton shoes and have your picture taken and posted on social media, and you'll look like you're high status. And you may be able to pick up a woman like that, or you may be able to fool some people like that initially. But once they meet you and once they get to know you a little bit, it may take a day, it may take 5 minutes, they're going to figure out that you don't have the inherent value of the high status man which you represented or presented to them. And so really you're better off if you don't even do that. But some people do that so they can get a woman in bed, or so they can get an interview for a job, or whatever it happens to be. But what I want to talk about today is becoming a true high status or high value man, which all begins within you. Because you take a high status man, let's say Grant Cardone, if you know him, or a Tony Robbins, okay? You could take all the trappings away, his cars, his jet, whatever he has, and he would still be a high value man because he is a high value, high status man inside. That is what he is. It's a state of being. And those things that he has on the outside, the money, the cars, the land, whatever it happens to be, social status, is only and is all a reflection of what he is within himself. So you can make a fake representation of what you are, but it's not going to accomplish what you really want to accomplish, unless you're just in for some superficial thing and making a score on a business deal or a woman. But that's not what I'm teaching here or sharing here, or the message I'm trying to get across here. The message I want to get across to you is for you to learn that you need to become the person, and then all these other things will come into your life. And regardless if you have all these other things, I've lost everything 2 or 3 times, other than my freedom, which I almost lost twice, maybe 3 times. Okay, lost everything. Kids too, lost them too. All right, I was in Mexico at one time. I had nothing. I couldn't get across the border because they were going to arrest me. I couldn't go back from where I was at because they were going to arrest me there. But I had connections. So I was able to get home and turn myself in, and I got all that cleared up, and today I have a clean record. No criminal record, okay? Big misunderstanding on my part and the part of the government also, or the local government. But we got that all taken care of. It's a whole nother story. Read the book, Coming Back Home, The True Adventure of me, Mark Daniels. Okay, on to our subject. We got some tips here, some points about being a high status male. And as I said, I want to share with you, or to teach you, or to bring out within you. I can't teach you anything. You have everything inside of you that you need to become what you want to become. I can just help you reflect it back somehow to you so you see it. It's already in there. You just need to exercise it. Your fear is what stops you from exercising it. Now, you may not think it's fear, but it's fear. Anything that stops you from doing what you desire, or if you don't have what you desire right now, you have allowed fear to stop you. So we can overcome that by taking small steps in the direction of what you desire. So here we go. Number 1, he is emotionally intelligent. What does it mean to be emotionally intelligent? Well, in my opinion, to be emotionally intelligent is to be in touch with how you feel and to be able to control those feelings, recognize them for what they are, not react, but to act, take action. Always take actions, don't react. Now, I've spent a lot of time reacting, so I know the detrimental damage that that can do. So you have to act or not act. Sometimes acting is not acting, it's doing nothing. It's just taking in what's going on, feeling the emotions, letting that calm down, and then making a logical decision. And that's what men do. Unless you're acting in your feminine, then you're acting on your emotions. I've done that too. It never turns out well. Number two, he has purpose. 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 You hear me? Purpose. That is your main deal as a man. You have got to keep focused on your purpose. Not your woman, not money, not lands, unless that's what your purpose is, not women. But what are you here for? What is going to make a difference in your life and in the lives of others? You've got to keep that your main number one focus, because if you get pulled off one direction or the other, you'll lose everything you have. Slowly, if you continue to stay off the path of your purpose. You have to find out what your purpose is. If you don't know what your purpose is, take a guess and then head off in that direction. Every day, take action towards that. And if that's not it, you will be led to where your purpose is or where it lies. Okay, but if you never get off your butt and you don't take any action, you can't be led, can you? If you're not moving, you can't lead someone sitting on the couch unless he gets off the couch and starts taking some steps, at least in some direction. And then as he is taking those steps, he can be led into where he needs to go. So make a decision to what you think your purpose is and then head toward it. I'll guarantee you, if you do that and that's not your purpose, you will be led to your purpose if you take action. But you got to get off the couch. You got to get out from in front of the computer, get away from the Xbox, quit playing Nintendo, and do something with your life. Okay. Number three, he takes care of himself. That is so important. I live here in the Midwest in the U.S. My mother would have a fit. My dad too, maybe. When I grew up, all the women wore skirts and all the women wore slacks. And the men wore, like my dad was a machinist at McDonnell Douglas. He built he helped build the space shuttle. He helped work on the fighter jets. He built those aircraft and spacecraft. He probably worked on Apollo. I'm not sure if they did that at McDonnell Douglas, what is now called Boeing or not. But anyway, he always wore slacks, and he was a working man with his hands. He had a grip. I tell you what, if he got a hold of you with that hand. But anyway, he wore slacks, and he always wore a button collar shirt. It was a blue collar, traditionally blue collar worker. But he always looked at a pair of nice shoes. Not something you would wear out to a wedding, but nice work shoes, okay? That's the way he dressed for work. And then on the weekends or in the evenings, they dressed nice. My mom went to the beauty shop once a week. Okay. In contrast to that today, where I live, very seldom do you ever see anyone wearing a collar shirt, or do you see women wearing skirts? And I know that's kind of outdated, but not that I think women should wear skirts all the time or heels, but it's nice. It's just most of the people around here, nice way to say it would be unkempt. Their hair's not fixed. They go out in some dirty t-shirt with some writing on it. It's not tucked in. They got flip-flops on, pajamas. I mean, that's fine. If they want to live that way, that's great. If you're happy with that, but don't expect anyone to take you too seriously when you dress like that. Now, I realize that people shouldn't judge a book by its cover, but here's the reality. Everybody does. So if you're going to go out looking like a casual slob, or however you want to say it, don't expect anybody to treat you with respect. When I travel, I wear a jacket and a tie and slacks, and I wear nice shiny shoes. And I'm going to tell you what, in the airports, you get treated a lot differently. And anywhere else, people treat you with more respect. Now, do you deserve more respect? Don't know. But the point is, you're showing yourself more respect when you take care of yourself. You dress nice. You dress nice, and you present yourself in that aura. Thus, people will take you differently than you will if you walk up to the counter with some shirt on with "Life is Wonderful" banner and a pair of pajamas and flip flops. Your hair all messed up. It's just the way it is. So think about that next time you go out. Dress how you want to be perceived, because I'll guarantee you people will perceive you. Now, these are outside things, okay? But these are things you can do something about. The main thing is to work on the inside, and then you will naturally do these things. You will naturally take better care of yourself, walk with better posture. Now, that's something I've had to work on because I have a tendency to just kind of relax and slouch down. Always walk with your head held high, your chin in, your chest out. It's a little uncomfortable at first if you're used to slouching around, but it makes a difference. You feel better about yourself, okay? Number 4, he has high self-esteem. Okay, everything that I'm speaking about, dressing nice, looking good, walking straight with good posture, going to the gym, working out, taking care of yourself is a reflection of your self-esteem. Because I'll guarantee you, your success will be in direct proportion to your self-esteem. Because if you don't think you deserve or you don't think you're good enough, I don't care what kind of a job or what kind of an opportunity you get, you will self-sabotage it because you don't feel like you deserve it inside. Everything is an inside job. It all happens within. Now, there are times, and a lot of times, you have to take action as the person you want to be. And that action develops into a feeling. Sometimes before you can feel like you are the person you want to be, you take an action that that person would take. And that action somehow develops a feeling within yourself. Self-esteem is very important. He generates his own self-esteem. Yeah, your self-esteem does not come from things that happen on the outside. Like somebody says, "Oh God, you're in great shape." Now these are nice. It's like water on a duck's back. He can live without it, but it sure feels good. These things are nice. They make you feel good. But these things will come to you because of the way you feel inside or who you believe yourself to be. The world will bear witness to what you think you are inside or how you feel you deserve to be treated. So these things happen. These are occurrences generated from within you by the person that you are. So when you generate your own self-esteem, and it comes from your actions, from your whatever you do, meditation, exercise, service to others, all these things build self-esteem. And then that's how you generate your own self-esteem, by doing the things that you know you need to do, even when you don't really feel like doing them. I don't always feel like getting up and going to work, although I love what I do, but after I do it, I feel great because I have provided service to people, just like what I'm doing now. Do you think I always feel like doing a video? I don't. But when I get done, I feel great because I provided value to people, to service to people, okay? And that generates self-esteem, which comes from within. It's not something that's coming from without. It's something generated from within me by my own volition. So it's very important to build your own self-esteem. Working out, exercising. Sure, people tell me, "God, you're ripped. How old are you?" "Man, you're built. Man, what somebody said the other day, you're shredded." "How old are you?" "Yeah, I'm 60 and I'm shredded," okay? But yeah, that stuff's great. That feels good, and I love that. That is just the world bearing witness to how I feel about myself. And as I've told you, look in the mirror. If you're fat and out of shape, tell yourself you look awesome. You're beautiful. Now, it's a lie, of course, but if you tell yourself a lie long enough, you will come to believe it, and your body will transform. But you have to do it. You have to do the work. I can't do your push-ups for you. You got to go to the mirror. You got to tell yourself that stuff. You got to risk or suffer through feeling stupid and thinking this isn't true and being uncomfortable when you do it. Go to the mirror when you're finished. Look at yourself and say, "I love you," just like you would a girl that you were infatuated and enamored with. Do it, and now tell me how you feel. If you feel uncomfortable and you feel like you're lying to yourself, then you need to do that every day, twice a day. Every time you see a mirror, do that. I got a mirror right there, and I look at myself many times during the day and I tell myself how great I am. You think that's arrogant? Well, let me tell you this. If you don't think you're great, how do you think anybody else is going to think you're great? Nobody's going to. If you don't love yourself, guess what? Nobody's going to love you. And you can't think someone else is great, nor can you love someone else until you first think you're great, until you first love yourself. Because obviously you can't transmit something you haven't got inside of you. Everything is from within. Everything. Number 5. No, number 6. It jumps to 7. Goes 4, 5, and 7. We don't have a 6. Okay, 7. He knows power dynamics. I'm not quite sure what they mean by that. I'll pass on that one. I'll have to look that up. I mean, I have a feeling of what it means, but I'm not quite sure if I can transmit that or not. So we'll go on to 8. He is honest to his own value system. What does it mean to be honest to your own value system? Everybody has moral lines they won't cross, okay? Whatever that may be for you. Yours is probably different from mine. But a man needs to stand by his own morals. He needs to have boundaries for himself as well as other people who are in his inner circle. You as a leader need to only tolerate certain things which you've decided beforehand what you will tolerate and where the line is. And if someone crosses that border, and I've allowed people to do that, and you don't speak out or do something or take action to stop it or walk away or remove yourself from that situation or from that person's presence, then you are not being honest to your own value system. And when you do that, that erodes your self-esteem. Anytime you allow someone to treat you in a way that you don't like without speaking up, I'll give you an example. Years ago, I was working for a carpenter. Well, when I went there, this guy was trying to order me around, and he was very rude about it. And I could have gotten fired. I said, look, I'll do whatever you want me to, but you're going to talk to me with respect. If you speak to me that way, I will not do anything for you. From then on, he treated me with respect. That was a boundary. Nobody was going to talk to me like that, okay? He wasn't real rude, but it was rude. So anyway, there's an example. Although I have tolerated things in my life that I shouldn't have. He has a growth mindset. Are you growing today? You're either growing or you're going, as they say. There is no neutral. You are either moving forward or backwards. There is no neutral. If you're sitting there playing Xbox all day, what are you doing? You're not going anywhere. Unless you're making money off of that, which few do, then you need to get off that game. It's okay once in a while, everything in moderation. But what are you doing to grow? Are you meditating? Are you reading? Are you contemplating? Are you spending time with people who are wiser than you, more successful than you, better than you in whatever vocation you decided or you choose to be or do? Are you? Are you moving towards your goals or your vision? That's growth. Growth. Now, growth is not always comfortable. If you go to the gym and work out, let's say you're boxing, you get punched in the head a lot of times, but you're getting better. If you go there and lift weights, you're going to be sore. It's going to be tough. If you're growing in character, then you are going through some things which are very emotionally difficult and painful, probably. New level, new devil? I don't believe in a devil, but that's a thing that I used to hear when I went to church years ago. New level, new devil. And that's true. If you want to move up, you're going to have some difficulties. Okay? Some people read the Bible in a way that the devil is just error. It's not a being. They look at it as a mistake, as something that doesn't coordinate, isn't congruent with your in line with your goals and your vision. The mistakes you make. Okay, but the point I'm making here is you got to be growing. You got to be. Okay. You have to be growing. If you're not growing, then you're going the wrong way. And anything that does not move you toward your goal or your vision is moving you away from your goal or your vision. Okay? And I will leave you with that. Smash that like button. Subscribe and hit that notification bell. And if you'd like to get my help personally, you can contact me at marksinspirationalguidance@gmail.com. And I'll soon have a website. I know I'm telling you that. I'm waiting for the guy to get back with me. And I will have that up and running. Check out my book, Coming Back Home, The True Adventure of Mark Daniels, on Amazon Books and Kindle. Be cool.